Couldn't finish getting ready this morning. I had a really great breakthrough last weekend. And I thought that was what I was going to record about for this week. And instead, I've spent the week battling in different capacities. And it strikes me that I think it's important that people know that just because you know who God says you are, just because you can hear when God speaks, just because you have a deep relationship with Him, doesn't mean that there's no struggles. In fact, oftentimes when we get closer to being able to be in closer relationship to the Lord, that's when the enemy decides to retaliate. And that's how this week has felt. Little things that still in the past would have felt like entirely too much, would have felt like they'd have broken me. And so I'm still pleased to see that I'm running to the right person now for that help. But they caught me off guard, and thoughts that I haven't struggled with in years began to come back up. Accusations of stupid things like trying to make me feel guilty that I'm in the space that I am physically. And there's been struggles. Like, it is what it is, but I've been making progress. And so to be making progress and then have those, guilty, accusatory voices come through was like, really? It's helpful to know that there are ways to refute it, that there are ways to battle. And when it comes right down to it, the more that I'm aware of who God says that I am, the easier it is for me to say, Satan, you have no idea. You can throw these things out there, but what God says is true is so much more true than the lies that I keep hearing in my head. And the Bible says, I can't remember where it is. I wrote it down at one point when I was trying to write a message all week. But it says, resist the devil and he will flee from you. And then the next verse it says, draw near to God and he will draw near to you. And the fact that those two things are right next to each other tells us exactly how we should be battling. That we simply can't give in to the crap that the enemy is trying to put there, but rather we draw near to God. Now, that's not to say that when God is near, there's no battle anymore. In fact, I'd venture to say when God is near, perhaps the battle is waging even harder. I don't know, but that's sometimes how it feels. And so I guess the point of today is really to just say, sometimes it's a struggle. We're promised that there's going to be struggles in this world. He never said that I'm going to relieve all of your pain, that I'm going to relieve all of your suffering. He never said that. And if we're not willing to suffer, we lose the blessing of coming closer to him. Not that he, desires that we all just suffer. That's not what he created life for us for. But in the suffering, there are the opportunities to see him. He says that his strength, or his power, what is it? He says, my power is made perfect in your weakness. It's the gist of the verse. This is where I still need to be able to do better, is learning exactly what it says and where it is. But, at least I know that it's in the Bible. And that's a start. And that's the thing about this journey with God. It's not that you're going to have all the right answers. It's not that you're going to have no problems or frustrations or feelings about things. It's simply that you're not alone in it. And ultimately, Satan wants us to feel like we are. He wants us to think that all of the struggles that we're going through are unique to just us and nobody else deals with them. And he wants to use that to isolate us and tell us how unworthy we are to come and be in the presence of God. But God says, no, come to me messy, come to me broken. He desires that broken heart, that we bring it to him and say, God, I got nothing left except you. I just need you to be here with me. I just need you to sit here with me. We hand God our battles. He is very pleased to fight them for us. It doesn't have to be our strength. It's all in his. And so, when you're struggling, know you're not alone. Know that it's normal. Know that it's not at all an indication of your walk or of how good you are or of some like failing that you've made. It's not. That's not why we go through trials. The trials are to draw you nearer. So draw near to God, and he will indeed draw near to you.